Told y'all the economy was bad. They out there begging at the church. Marvin Sapp begging in this economy, and we already in a recession. Let's talk about it. I'm Tiffany Rose. Join the conversation.
One day from society's restraints, money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was me.
You got Marvin Sapp out here telling me he need $40,000, child. I know y'all seen this story. How you in the congregation talking about some close them doors? Y'all better close them doors. Close them doors. Close the door. Honey, let me tell you something. These are not real pastors. I swear they not. And that's why young folks don't even want to come to church, because it's all a game. I see why Jesus was turning them tables up. I see why he was turning them upside down, flipping them inside out, because this don't make no sense. You in there supposed to be blessed by God. If you blessed by God, you ain't got to do no begging. Your money just go come, it's go flow, it's go do what it do, because it's coming from a higher power. But you in there in a recession already begging folk for $20. If they give it, they give it. They don't, they don't. What you mean lock the door? What are we locking the door for? Get out of here.
And I went upstairs today to get my license and ordination renewed. I don't mind telling you, I was 2 years behind. I had to pay $2,000 to get my ordination and my licensing renewed. I pulled out my credit card. I paid my $2,000. How in the world I'm going to preach up here and not lead by example? He asked me to give $800, went in my pocket, gave $800. Because leadership lead and they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you, I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get one soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100.
Honey, excuse me? Excuse me? What are you talking about? Man, listen. Y'all gotta watch these churches y'all going to, because sometimes everybody ain't fully there yet. You got people online saying this is like kidnapping and extortion. Like, you can get messed up like that. Like, play them games. He made a response and he said they got a budget to cover, so they got bills to pay. But newsflash, the people in your congregation got bills to pay too. And they probably ain't have $20. We in a recession. The economy is bad. People are holding on tight to their funds. Some people in a lot of bad predicaments. I report on it all the time. So you can't go in there and tell me some lock some doors and give me 20. Shut that door and give me 20. No. Bruh. I love the internet. They out there making all kind of jokes about it, because Marvin Sapp done lost his mind. He really had. You don't do that. That's a shame. That's embarrassment. We know you got some saints that's go back you to the core. Yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. He ain't say lock him in there. Hey, it still was distasteful, to say the very least, because anytime pastor do that, that's red flagging it.
Look here, Marvin Sapp had the right ones in there that day, cause I never would have gave it. Ow! I never would have gave it, nigga, that's on me. I put that on G-O-D.
Never would have paid it. No, I would. Never would have paid it. Marvin Sapp, you cannot beg your congregation for money and closing no door. I said, close them doors. Sell one of them cars you got, you'll get $40,000. Sell one of them. Maybe sell that Rolex you got on. That'll get you your $40,000. But to think you can siphon that money out of the regular black folks in that church is crazy to me. Y'all be doing the most. Y'all do the most. Boy, y'all do the most. And this is very sad because I had a lot of respect for Marvin Sapp. When y'all go stop capitalizing off of people's faith. When they look at a certain amount in their bank account, they don't know how to act. Change is the very best, people. And that's very unfortunate. Y'all see that man face in the background when he told the ushers to close the door. You got folks manipulating in the church. Matthew 24:11. Many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. You're supposed to be a cheerful giver, not a forced giver. It should be out of your heart to give. Not by force to give, not by a dollar amount should you claim out of somebody's checking account. You could be talking to 20 people in there that got $5 only. You don't know people's struggle, but you go try because your mind, you need $40K and $20 ain't none. To some people, $20 is something. You go look on my channel. $20 is something to a lot of people. I don't like this. This is just crazy work. They need to demote Marvin Sapp. This is blasphemy. Beware of false prophets. The spirit of greed, pride, and selfishness is taking over. You ain't got pastors up there no more. You got devils. That's very untasteful. This ain't just Marvin Sapp. There's a lot of churches that do that. I remember I went to a church and they asked everybody for $100. The whole congregation, they sat right there and they opened up them envelopes in front of everybody. And they said, one of the little usher ladies was like, now, some of y'all can give more, because I don't know if it was my first time attending the church. I don't know if they didn't get a certain amount they wanted, they thought they should have, but they opened up, everybody had did a collection, they opened up all the envelopes up there and started saying this wasn't enough and they needed more, and they started pressuring people to give $100 and more money. Yeah, that was my first and last time at that church, but I just laughed like, wow, with your ATMs in the lobby, in the middle of the plate collection. They'll sit here and try to guilt trip you and say, don't you insult God with your tithes. You can pay for Golden Corral. You can pay here. You don't know if a person gave double last week. That's why some people pay their tithes for the whole month. You don't know if a person paid the whole month 2 weeks ago. And y'all just be up there talking. Never would have paid it. Now I see that you ain't the pastor for me, 'cause I never would have paid it. No, I never would have paid it. Not to you. I'd rather lose it all, 'cause now I see this is not funny, but I never would have paid it. Not to you. Funny is you asking for money in a tough economy. The economy's bad right now. You asking for this and asking for that, man. Get out of here. Then you go tell the people behind you, now y'all gonna give 100. Y'all leaders, y'all give 100. Dude, inflation is high. The economy's bad. People are struggling to get by. That's what my whole platform is about. And this man is up here seriously panhandling. That's what and manipulating and guilt tripping. Marvin Sapp, you don't get your big body, dumb looking ass out from down there. Just embarrassing. You embarrass good pastors. Embarrassing the black church. Just embarrassing. Drop that watch in the collection plate. Do that. We're going to end this video with something like,
now you've seen the Lord in effect. You've witnessed the Lord's Spirit.
You were there.
Now it's time to pay the Lord. spend his money.
I said close them doors.
Wait
Ushers, close the doors.
a minute, hold on. Give us the money now, praise the Lord.
You wanted heaven, now reach for it.
Close the doors. Close the doors.
One day from society's restraints, money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the